Hello and welcome again to another one of Shodredux's Battlefield Play for Free video commentaries. If you have not checked out the game yet, go to battlefield.playforfree.com. Today's video was actually suggested by the Dion9876. So thank you very much, Dion, for the video suggestion. And your name also reminds me of Dijon mustard, which also kind of makes me hungry and want to make a turkey sandwich of some sort. But thank you. The gun that I'll be using in this video is the G3A4. The G3A4 is the standard issue weapon that the assault class gets automatically when you create an account on Battlefield Play for Free. Even though the G3A4 is the standard issue weapon that you get, don't let it fool you. It is still a deemably worthy assault rifle to use in Battlefield Play for Free if you cannot afford or, want to buy the premium weapons in this game. It's definitely all a matter of how you use this gun. At first glance, the G3A4 doesn't seem to have a lot going for it due to the fact of the total amount of bullets you get with it is 60, and not only that, but the damage does seem to be equivalent on the par of having the M9. However, the upside with this assault rifle is you definitely do get the accuracy you need out of it to make distant shots with it. Due to the design of this gun and the ammo amount that you have with it, it is definitely a medium range gun. Right down to the basics pretty much. Not saying at short ranges you can't use it, it's just because the amount of ammo that you get per clip with it, it's just the way it's designed, it's supposed to be taking out your enemies at a medium range. That's technically what assault class is used for in this game, and it's definitely at its basics there. Long ranges with this rifle, you can use it for that aspect too, but due to the amount of recoil that comes off with this particular assault rifle, if you lay down on the trigger, you'll maybe get at least 2 to 3 accurate shots out of it before it starts going a little haywire. But, I find it always best to make pop shots if you're shooting at long ranges. But, ideally it's not meant for that. This gun, like I said, is just good for medium ranges. Fortunately though, even though you only get a total of 60 ammo with this gun, you are assault class. You can technically just get that ammo back. Even though I find it to be a little bit aggravating that when you throw the ammo kit down for this particular gun, it seems to take a lot longer to get your ammo back than any of the other premium guns, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch, or maybe it just needs to be something addressed, or maybe it's just my account. I don't know. But that's what I noticed. The aiming down sight with this particular assault rifle is relatively quick, and from there, if you're watching, you can see me making, that's probably, borderline medium to long range right there. So you can make shots like that. It's just, you gotta pace your shots. As far as lone wolfing it with this particular assault rifle, you're more than capable of doing that. Just make sure you maintain a incognito profile, because going up against a group of enemies with this gun is not going to help you any. You may be at least lucky enough to take out 2 enemies in an entire group, depending on how they play or what class they are. But you don't want to take on enemies headstrong with this weapon, if you're lone wolfing it, of course. However, if you're sticking with your squad, the best person you would want to pair yourself up with is definitely a medic. The reason why is because the medic could lay down the support fire while you can actually maintain the accurate shots and assist and pop them off as they go along. And not only that, but you can reciprocate each other by giving each other health and ammo at the same time, and pretty much just being full health and full ammo and ready to go out there and, destroy some opposing forces. Now, seeing how if you are sticking with this gun and you don't use any of the premium weapons, when you come up against any of the armor, that tends to be, the extreme difficulty with being assault and not having any of the premium weapons. So, what would be in your best interest is actually to level up your training points, to carry as many grenades as possible. Not just smoke grenades, but also regular grenades, so that way you can use those to take out the enemy armor as well, such as the tank and the APZ and all that. The reload time with the G3A4 seems to be, moderate. It's not aggravating or super slow. It pretty much is a balanced gun as far as reload time goes for an assault rifle. Um, I just find it a bit more aggravating that I run out of bullets a lot quicker than I normally would because of the premium weapons that I'm used to. But that also is a good set for making you realize that you need to make more accurate, precise shots with assault than compared to actually playing with your medic class and having the abundance of bullets there that you can just go through and fire as much as you want until you run out of the entire clip. Another training point you want to invest in if you're just going to be using the G3A4 would definitely be the request reinforcements ability. And what that essentially does is, it's pretty self-explanatory. You request reinforcements for your teammates to actually spawn on you, and it lasts for a certain duration. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's like 25 seconds, I think. I don't know. It gives you a little loading bar down at the bottom when you equip it, so that's definitely something that helps out, especially if your team is having troubles with, flanking the enemy. If you're already ahead of the game, you can definitely use that to have them spawn in on you and, to turn around and flank the enemy. And also assist in getting flags for you, too. The hipfire accuracy on this assault rifle is okay. I mean, if it's up to me, or if you want an ultimate decision there, definitely aim down sight whenever you're always firing with this rifle. Except for, up extremely close, of course. Even then, I usually prefer not to fire off the gun. I'll try and knife somebody up close if they're, close enough. The amount of damage that I've seen this gun range to, from attacking an enemy from close range, if you're just doing body shots, I've seen it go from 19 to 23 damage for up close. Over medium range, I've seen it do damage if you're just doing a body shot. From 16 to 19. And then also from long distances with this particular assault rifle, if you're doing body shot, I've seen it go from 12 to 14. So, like I said, this gun, it's, in all honesty, as far as the damage goes with it, it's essentially like having the M9 pistol, except fully automatic and a lot more accurate. As far as headshots, up close, the damage I've seen it do is anywhere from 38 to 42. And for medium range, I've seen it go from 27 to 34. And then at long distances, from 22 to 24. So, it's not really that much of a, heavy hitter for an assault rifle. As far as the preferred playstyle with this assault rifle, if I were to say lone wolf or with a team, you definitely want to roll with your team with this gun. The reason why is because, due to the large amount of accuracy with it, you can do more damage in a group than you would if you were alone with this particular rifle. Especially if your group consisted of, a team full of assault and medics. Medics, even if they were just using the G3, and the assault if they're, or medics if they were using the M3, excuse me, and the assault if they were actually using the G3A4, in unison, the medics, of course, can heal you, the assault can give you ammo, but the medics could lay down, a barrage of fire, since you're giving them ammo, and then you can just go ahead and make way forward and kind of just make your accurate shots while you're, pushing it into enemy territory. As far as using this rifle up close, like I said, it's going to be better to either pull out your knife and try to knife the enemy if they're close enough, because depending on the amount of bullets that you have left inside the assault rifle, it can get kind of annoying because, to actually kill an enemy even up close, it would take about 5 to 6 shots. So, it's a lot of bullets that you would have to dump into the enemy, and for headshots, it would take about 3. So, effectively, to kill an enemy with an entire clip, if you were just doing body shots, you would get 2 enemies. if they were close enough and in the right conditions. If you're going for nothing but headshots, you would kill about 4, maybe 5 enemies. Also, statistically speaking, the G3A4 is the weakest assault rifle in Battlefield Play4Free. But like I said, that doesn't mean it's the most useless either. I mean, you can still do some damage with it if you know what you're doing and you know how to play. Just to point out here, a really good tactic to do for the assault, I don't do it here, but if you can throw your smoke grenade right up at the top left of that roof there, you can actually obscure a lot of vision for your enemies so they don't climb up there and kill you while facing, the back. That's actually a really good spot to actually capture that flag. With this particular setup, your biggest threat, when using the G3A4 is definitely going to be anybody that's using, any type of armament, as well as snipers. You don't have the amount of, damage proficiency as you would with a sniper rifle, so it's not a good idea to try and play long-range shots with a sniper, unless, the person that's sniping isn't, really that good or is just having an off day. One of the other things, due to this assault rifle not having the amount of ammo that you would get with any of the other premium rifles, you will find yourself throwing down, the ammo pack a lot more than you normally would. Which, what I've kind of noticed in Battlefield Play4Free is a lot of people that run assault that have the more premium weapons do not lay down their ammo crates, as often as people would like them to. It's usually the people that put the G3A3 that just sit there and throw down ammo crates left and right, which is usually the people that everybody loves in the game. So, just food for thought there. So, my final thoughts on this particular weapon. It does make you have a good appreciation for the more premium weapons in this game. However, it also gives you a more appreciation on relying on your team, due to the fact that this particular assault rifle, isn't really designed to go out there and be all gun-ho and to promote, lone wolfiness. So, it gives you more of an appreciation for, being able to play and work with your team on this particular this rifle, because going and lone wolfing it with this gun is extremely hard. So, just to recap, the good stuff with this rifle. It is moderately accurate for an assault rifle, and you do at least have your bullets to have infinite ammo with it. The downside is that you'll be reloading a lot of the time due to the amount of bullets that you get in the clip, as well as the amount of bullets you get in total. So you will be throwing down your ammo pack a lot, which really isn't that big of a deal, because a lot of people appreciate you for that and think that you're a very giving guy. Also, the damage is not on the high side with it. So with this assault rifle, whenever possible, you definitely want to try and aim for the head. Other than that, the recoil over long distances is a little bit pushy, but if you just maintain with one-shot bursts, you should be able to maintain accuracy with it just fine. Other than that, the reload is at moderate pace, so there's not that much of a deal there as far as reloading. But as far as that goes, that's pretty much all I got for this video commentary. If you guys continue to check out my video commentaries, I have a bunch of them now, even for the premium weapons, so just type in my name on YouTube, Shodredux, or type in Battlefield Play4Free video commentaries, and you'll be able to see some of mine for the different weapons that I've played with, as well as some of the different suggestions. So keep your video suggestions coming, guys, and I will see you all next time.